My brothers and sisters in Christ, in today's first reading, we continue to hear from the beginning of the book of Revelation. And as the messages to the seven churches continue, the words to the church in Laodicea should be ones that give us pause as people who live in a developed country who, despite the current hardship of the pandemic, generally speaking, know prosperity. We know abundance, we know security, and yet the warning to the church in Laodicea is against the trap of becoming lukewarm in faith. The charge against them is that you have grown neither hot nor cold, you are lukewarm. I shall spit you out of my mouth. In a sense, it's the warning against growing bored in our faith, against settling into kind of a warm, familiar Christianity that loses its edge, the edge of the radical challenge of the gospel. In a sense, when it becomes just a veneer of our life, if it becomes something we profess, something that we embody with a few actions, but otherwise not something that radically penetrates and transforms our lives. This is the challenge against the church of Laodicea and the challenge for us as well. And we can hold this in contrast to the gospel passage when we hear of the radical response of Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus, as a tax collector, is corrupt. He is a sinner. He is held as the lowest of the low in Jewish society. And yet, his response to the invitation of Christ is complete. It's to accept the Lord and to make correction, make good for the money he has extorted from others. It's a complete change of heart, as we say in theological terms, a metanoia, a complete turn. Now, the importance is that we not just have a one-time turn. This is what we can call the so-called conversion experience, but that we live this turn, that we follow it to its end with all of our lives, with all of our prayer, all of our intentionality. Zacchaeus turns and says that he will give to the poor, give back from the money he has taken. In a sense, not only will he, in spirit or in the way he feels, turn and just stop sinning, but in a sense, he realizes that something is now owed. My brothers and sisters, as we come to the very end of this liturgical year, we are reminded, as we hear all these themes of judgment, of the end of our own lives, the end of times, that we must make a return on all that God has invested in us. Indeed, our very life, all of the grace we have received, everything we have is gift. The Lord asks us to make a complete return of that. As we heard on Sunday in the parable of the talents, what is the return that we have made on the investment that God has made in us? May we not respond with a lukewarm faith, a lukewarm life. May we burn hot. May we burn with the passion of the Lord, with the love with which we have been loved. May God bless you all.